I'm going to go through a pretty typical glute activation routine that I think everyone should be doing at some point in the day, but definitely before any of the workouts that we're doing. You're going to see a lot of these movements that I program regularly if you're in my classes. If you're going to go do any kind of a lifting, to runners, this is a phenomenal warm-up to make sure we get things like hamstrings, lower back, glutes firing as well. This is just a great everyday routine that's good for people that have issues with low back pain, knee pain. Just want to make sure that we get things firing in our biggest and our strongest muscle group here in our core, in our hip flexors, and our glutes here. So I'll go through a normal routine. I like to do mine with a band around my knees to get a little bit of resistance, to get a little bit of extra fire. And we'll kind of go through all those movements here right now. Very standard. I do this ahead of every workout every day, and even on my days off. So, getting the band just above the knee here, like this. I like to start out with what we call a monster walk, or a cookie monster walk. A cookie monster walk essentially is I'm making a forward motion and making C's, keeping that butt down, keeping it flexed there, so that way I start to feel more fire in on the back side. I like to do 10 per side going head. After that, you would go and do 10 in reverse. Again, keeping that butt down, keeping it so we feel the fire there. If you're just standing here and doing this, you're probably not going to get a whole lot of feel out of that, okay? So let's try to get that fire in to start. After that, we'll move through 10 side steps. In your side steps, again, butt down a little bit, and a bit of a hunch there. Good neutral spine. Feet are pointing straight ahead, if not just a titch on the inside, because I want to get more fire in the backside. So when we're doing that, we would see those toes kind of pointed in just a hair, down, and always working our way slowly across. Going 10 to the left, and then 10 to the right. Not just like this. It will help, but I find if you keep tension going the one way, you can get a little bit more fire happening. Okay, we've done our standing movements there to start. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through some glute bridges. Glute bridges are a great one for getting some fire going again on those glutes. Getting down on the floor. Again, those knees are in the same position, feet are out. Okay, and then we're lifting our butt up into the air, trying to keep our chest anchored to the ground the best we can. And we'll go through 10 of those. By keeping that chest anchored to the ground, it doesn't let it get into the lower back, and it puts more resistance into those glutes and those hamstrings. After we've done 10, we will move into single legs. 10 right, same thing, trying to keep that chest anchored down, feel that fire happening, and then switching it over to 10 on the left. After we've finished with that, we're going to move into what I like to call bird dogs. So a bird dog, again, neutral position on the spine. Knees are, probably the band is still just above the knees. And while we're extending that right arm forward, we're kicking that left leg back and we're looking ahead. And we would do 10 per side. Again, you should feel a nice firing on the glutes. After you're done 10 there, we'll switch up to the other. Left arm ahead, right leg back. Just from a position there to the front. Trying to keep that leg parallel at the back to get that fire happening. Move from there. I call these almost like a standing clam. So we're here, again, just trying to stay balanced on that foot and raising that right leg. Again, we should feel that firing on the back side. Switching it over, 10 on the left. After that, we would move into 10 squats, air squats. Think about when we're doing these air squats, we want to make sure that we're initiating with the hips. We're not just dropping into it. We're actually sending the hip back, trying to keep that chest as vertical as possible. keeping those knees tracking out over the feet. Again, a neutral spine. If it helps to put those arms out in front, again, this is warm up. We don't want to go fast here. We want to get things fired up. The quality of our workout largely starts right here, is in the quality of our warm up. Again, we want to keep that good back position and get those glutes firing up. Good luck, everyone. Use that and have a great workout.